Hey everyone, it's Bloody Ravenheart 13 here to come talk about a pretty popular love rectangle, I guess you call it, of Firestar, Spotted Leaf, Cinderpelt, and Sandstorm. But before I start off this rant, I'd like to say that I have no script, so everything I'm about to say is just popping out of my head, so bear with me. So I'm going to start off this rant by talking about the oh-so-loved couple of Firestar and Spotted Leaf. Now, please don't hate me for saying I'm really not a huge fan of this couple, and the fact that this couple actually pretty much annoys me to no extent. I mean, I do love Spotted Leaf. I love her so much. I love her character in the books, and she's an amazing cat. I just don't love her with Firestar, okay? Please, once again, don't hate me for saying that. I just think the whole relationship is kind of weird and off base because, first, it starts off with Firepaw coming to the forest. And he knows Spotted Leaf, what, 2 moons? Because before she dies, and in those 2 moons, he spoke to her what, 4 sentences from what we've read into the wild, but then suddenly she dies, and all of a sudden like, oh no, she's dead, I was in love with her, and oh my god, and I personally think that's kind of weird, and just doesn't make much sense to me. Then there's the fact that she is Sandstorm's aunt, because she is the sister of Redtail and was in the same litter with him, and Redtail is the father of Sandstorm. And you can find this on the wiki or in Blue Star's Prophecy, but just Spotted being the aunt of Sandstorm when Sandstorm is the same age as Firestar about just concerns me on a number of levels. I'm not sure if I'm the only one who thinks that, but I just find it weird, okay? And then there's the fact that she's a medicine cat, but before you start whining saying, oh, they didn't stop Yellowfang and Leafpool, Spotted Leaf said herself in Firestar's quest that even if she had lived, she and Firestar could have never been mates, because nothing was more important to her than being a medicine cat, not even Firestar. And lastly, please don't hate me for this, like, I love her and everything, and I know how she can follow and walk in his dreams and everything, and how romantic that is, but we just gotta face the facts, okay? Spotted Leaf is dead. Firestar lives a long time after she does, and she's not coming back. Sure, she may see him in dreams every once in a while. We can never touch her or feel her. She's just gone, okay? I'm sorry. I wish she had lived, but she didn't. And I'm really sorry to say that, but there's no way her and Firestar could have ever gotten together anyway, so to stop that, and so hopefully you guys don't try to hunt me down, I'm going to switch to Cinderpelt now. And I love Cinderpelt. She is probably one of my favorite cats in all 4 series of the books. She is an amazing cat, and I love her. Once again, I just don't love her with Firestar, but I'm also not one of those people who hate her for loving him. In fact, those people who call her a slut and whore and everything because she liked him gets on my freaking nerves. Okay, because first of all, I know she was his apprentice and she's a little younger than him and everything, but she was like either just a newborn kid at the time, or was like soon to be born when he got to the forest. So he's at like only about 6, maybe 7 moons older than her. So you can't really say that's such a bad thing, since there's actually more of a age difference with him and Spotted Leaf than him and Cinderpelt. So if you like watching this video and you're one of those haters who keep calling her slut and whore just because she liked him, please stop doing that, because no one who is a fan of Cinderpelt wants to hear that crap, and we just are tired of seeing it all over the YouTube and in the comments and everything, so just stop that, okay? Please. Like, you can keep those opinions to yourself, just don't go bragging about it to everybody, okay? You have your opinion, and we have ours. And I personally love Cinderpelt because, it is true that she was in love with Firestar, because it's stated by Aaron Hunters on the wiki, and for the fact that in Firestar's quest, Firestar notes how Cinderpelt and Sandstorm, even though they're having a friendly conversation, he would have guessed they wouldn't have started tearing into each other for less than a mouse tail, because probably both have mutual feelings for him. So, yeah, but another thing I love about Cinderpelt is she endured so much. She lost her chance to become a warrior, to have a mate and kits, and had to become a medicine cat. And even though she loved Firestar, she knew she could never have him, so she actually told him of Sandstorm's feelings for him so he could have a mate. And that is just amazing to me. I admire her so much for that, which is probably why she was able to be reborn as Cinderheart and got to have a mate and fall in love with Lionblaze, most likely because he's actually a lot like Firestar. So in the end, she still got to fall in love, which I'm so happy for her for that. So that's the end of my little part on Cinderpelt. And now moving on to the couple I do love, Firestar and Sandstorm. I know she was kind of a beat to the itch to him in the beginning, but once he saved her from falling into the gorge to her death when RiverClan attacked him and the WindClan patrol bringing him home from their camp, she was there for him, like more than any other cat since Grey Sharp went to RiverClan to be his kits. Cloudpaw was taken by Two Legs. She was there for him, like when the dogs attacked ThunderClan camp, and when BloodClan tried to rule the forest, all the way up to the battle with the Dark Forest. She was just there for him so many ways, and they're both so fiery and passionate in their own ways. I just personally think they have amazing chemistry together, and I love them as a couple. So please please don't hate me for saying this, because like I said earlier, I love Spotleaf and I love Cinderpelt, but I prefer the Firestar and Sandstorm couple. So I guess that's the end of this quote-unquote rant. And if you ever want me to rant or talk about anything else, just post it in the comments if I agree with you about the subject. I will probably make another rant video. So, until next time, Bloody Ravenheart 13, out.